Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Vico Constructor 2008 12th tutorial. I am engineer Muhammad Qasim Shinwari to teach you in this tutorial. Till now we have approximately, but okay, you can say we have completely completed our 2D drawing. Now we will create sections, elevations, interior elevations, etc. and we will learn how to navigate through this thing, and you will be surprised to see how easily you can create and define the elevations and sections, etc. Let us start. In the toolbox under the document tab, there is a tool, section tool, elevation tool and interior elevation tool. We will use these three tools. So first of all, double click over section tool. I am not changing the default settings. You can change the default settings, you can apply the name or whatever you want. You should go through different options, but first keep the backup with yourself and see how much difference is there. I am just going to save this favorite by limited infinite option, and similarly vertical range should also be infinite. You can make it finite and you can use different options, but for this very beginning stage I am using it as is. Here you can change the color, marker, etc. and so on. Let me save it by the name sections. Okay, okay to accept the changes. Make sure that section tool is selected in the toolbox, and in the favorite list double click over sections to select the tool. I am going to have my first section in bedroom. I will define the points. That's the first point. After clicking first point, hold down the shift key and second point. Then right click in pop-up menu. OK. Now the eye cursor appeared. Click on the top. This will show the view of the section. This will define the view of the section. You can see the section is created. We will see this section at the end of this tutorial, how to see these sections. Let me have other section. Okay, here you can have different options. This option, if you don't use want to have straight section, then staggered option is used. I am using staggered, but in staggered you can also use the straight section. Let me have another section in the second bedroom. Pop-up menu, OK, and then click downward. In this way, create as many sections as needed. Try different options and explore yourself different functionalities, etc. And this is this section in kitchen, and one last section which I need to have throughout building. In this case I am defining it irregularly, although it will be very difficult to the software to have such sections, but let me define it and see if some error here. If it gives me some error, then I will do it by straight line. Okay, I have created the fifth section. 5 sections are created. You can see your sections in the navigator project map under the sections group. You can see that automatically the 5 sections are created. Double click over each section and explore the view. This is the first and that is the second section, while this comes in fourth. Let me try. Okay, you can see it not enough memory. At this time it is not, my software is not having enough memory. If you have enough memory, it will create this. Or let me delete the disturbing section. Delete viewpoint and delete anyway. These were the sections. Group them. Now I am coming to elevations. Remember that this is the exterior elevation. Leave the default settings, save by name elevation. Elevations. Okay. Okay to accept the changes. Now in elevation favorite selected, I am going to have one elevation only. Select. Oh sorry, I have done the mistake. First you should click and after that you should hold down the shift key. uh, first Escape. First you should click and after that hold down the shift key and come this point. Right click in the pop-up menu, OK, and then click above it. The elevation is now created. It can be seen in the navigator map under the elevation group. Double click over it. Depending upon the speed of your machine, it will take some time. You can see how easily and how nicely Vico Constructor has created the elevation. Go through it and see, zoom in, pan it, press F2. Okay, this was the elevation. Now coming to the interior elevation. What the interior elevation is and what's its advantage. First of all, select and mark you through the whole project and make sure after selection and mark you the dimension tool is selected. Go to edit, select all dimensions and mark you, then right click layers height. Similarly, the mark you still present, click on this section, go to edit, select all sections and mark you. Similarly, in the context menu, go to layers and hide it. Coming to the elevation, edit, select all elevations. In the context menu, hide layer. When you right click, the context menu appears. Now press escape. You can see now the congestion is being now removed. Okay, interior elevation. I am not changing the default settings except I will change the vertical range. I am not at this specific case I will be having the 14 feet vertical range from ground to 14 feet because my rooms are in this FBST project is 14 feet high. So 14 feet. You can make it infinite or something else. Okay, let me save the changes by the favorite name as interior elevation dash 14 feet. Now interior elevation tool is selected and favorite interior elevation is selected by double clicking over it. Coming to the very first bedroom, There are different ways. Let me try first way, which is the rectangular method. Press escape, select the first point of rectangle, and after that select the second point. Now we have to select the second rectangle. The area, the space between these two rectangles will be shown in elevations. Click here. Now you can see the elevation. There is also another way. Shift select the IE1, delete it. Delete anyway. The other way is hold down your space key and the cursor changes to magic cursor. This is the magic cursor, and click here. So all this inside you can see is selected, and by second I have selected the second rectangle. Let me see the interior elevation in project map. You can see a lot of interior elevation at each change point. Automatically this interior 8 different elevations is created. You should navigate through all these elevations to see the fun. This is the last elevation created. Let me group it, sorry, and group it also. I am going to place second elevation in bedroom, and now I will use the rectangular method. What's the problem? Okay, the tool is not selected. Escape, and select the interior elevation tool from the toolbox, and then define the rectangle. This much rectangle will be okay using the guideline, and then second rectangle, place where you find it accurate. Okay, now we can change using the hotspots. Shift select it, and then the hotspots. Using the hotspots you can change the different views. So there are a lot of options for you. All you have to do is to practice over it. Let me have some more interior elevations in kitchen and this second rectangle. Okay, where is the wall in the bedroom? Oh, I think it's deleted when in the 8th or 9th tutorial in 3D we trimmed the wall. It is deleted at that time. Let me draw it again using the in design. Under the design tab, select wall and interior load bearing wall. I am trying it again. Right click, OK. Now coming back to interior elevation, and I will define rectangle similarly as I done before. Second rectangle. One more elevation I will need. You can have any elevation, you should try yourself, and that is in the office. Let me select in all the office in rectangle, and then the second rectangle should be placed here. In this way you can create different interior elevations. In the navigator project map, all these interior elevations are present under the interior elevation heading. For example, in the interior elevation 5 you can navigate through the elevations and see the fantastic views. In this way you can navigate through it one by one. So it's okay. You should go through it yourself. Now coming back to plain view by pressing the F2 key, I am unhiding what I have hidden. So click on the dimension tool and click on this layer settings and double click over the eye icon. Okay. You can see that the dimensions are not hidden now. Similarly, unhide interior elevation and exterior elevation, whatever this is. Now everything is unhidden. Everything is shown, and that is the end of our 12th tutorial of Vico Constructor 2008. We will continue our work. See you in next tutorial. Allah Hafiz.